We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, completing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area here. And within today's volatility, our SPY bot at 10 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. Inflow started to pick up and they crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 120% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY finding support at 390. We've talked about how important that was, and 395 was the resistance. It broke above it, and it's been fighting to stay above it today and bouncing off of it. We're going to break down what the inflow versus outflow is showing and what the charts are showing and what I'll be watching for tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunities that were mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity of the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the first home run was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot sent out a bull indicator at 10 a.m. From that moment forward, the inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. Our second home run was RENT. We caught this one in the pre-market sitting sideways. We were looking for inflows to pick up. Got that bull indicator. Full strength there on 42 vision, and hit a highest point of 50% plus, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, as I stated earlier in the video, completing a full transition from white with red borders to bright green bars, which is what we call the dip area to the rip area. And previously it had done a full transition from the rip area all the way down to the dip area. If it's your first time here coming across the channel, 42 vision allows us to see the dips from the rips and the rips to the dips. And in conjunction with that, we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of our growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bull indicator since yesterday around 393, rejected multiple times here at 395, and we talked about how important that was, and inflows were dominating again, right? But there were some outflows picking up. We wanted to see this stay above and go ahead and switch from red to green, and it certainly did. It was a little choppy here at the beginning of the day, but it held itself up, stayed above it, but we had some choppiness here towards the end of the day as well, which we need to watch very closely going into tomorrow, which we're going to break down today. But that bull indicator from 393 and that pullback to 392 found support because it stayed above the midpoint, and it stayed above it, and that strength came back up and it went to highs here of 397 today. And right now, it's trying to form that staircase effect here within the chart to see if it pulls up even higher. And we need to break down some key levels here for tomorrow. And also tomorrow is a big day. Why? Because tomorrow there's going to be a data that will be released, and that's PMI, guys. That can stir up volatility of either breaking this run up and pulling it back down, or adding to the strength to bounce back up from here, right? So we're going to go ahead and look at these numbers here of what to look at going into tomorrow. The first thing is here on the 30-minute, the inflows pick back up, and it's a really close one here. We want that to pull up from the midpoint to the upside, full strength there. on the 15-minute, we're back below the midpoint. This needs to cross back up. The longer it stays below it, the more of a possibility it could start reflecting into the chart, breaking through support levels, and also reflecting into the 30-minute and crossing it back down from the midpoint to the downside and switching it from green to red. Something to keep in mind there, as we're right now slightly above it and under a bull indicator fighting to continue going higher. Another thing too is we've completed a full transition from the dip to the rip area here, and the transitions that happen after this, if it starts pulling downwards, is back down to a dip area, right? Like what it did back here, from way up here on December 1st all the way to the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and so forth, right, to where we're at now. Now, here we are at some pivotal levels still below the psychological level of 400, guys. Keep in mind, this is just speculation based off that level and just my opinion and perspective alone, not financial advice, but the theoretical level here is 400, right, to be that psychological level that when we're above it, the bulls are putting up the fight and gaining traction, and when we're below it, the bears are putting up a fight and going into further weakness. And 390, based off the history of the chart, when we zoom out to the 1 hour, you could see here how pivotal it is, because it's the point of support that we've seen every single time since that jump up here on November 10th, when that bull indicator popped up and those inflows went all the way up to 15.99. Now, we're going to zoom in and see something here that's happening, and this is where the divergence is, where the 30-minute and the 15-minute have to pull back up and have some strength, but also the 1 hour here is trying to build up momentum as the inflows have crossed the midpoint here in the after hours towards the end of the day, and it got a bull indicator here at 395, a key resistance level that we were watching. Now, the new resistance above that is 398, and then above that is 400, guys. And if 400 gets crossed, the next level I'm watching is 402. Those are the key levels to the upside. To the downside, if this loses momentum here and the 15-minute starts pulling down the 30-minute and the 1 hour with it, crossing things back down, this could quickly start to reflect back into the chart. It could possibly even cancel out this bull indicator and get a bear indicator, and the first support is 392, and then below that is 390, and if 390 gets broken through, the first support that I'm watching is 385. So what is it that I'm watching here going into tomorrow? Well, we have a bull indicator on the 1 hour, we have a bull indicator on the 30-minute, and we need the 15-minute and the 5-minute here. The 5 minutes trying to cross back up, but we need the 15-minute to bring these inflows back up. The longer it stays below, the more pressure it could actually start to build to pull down the 30-minute with it, and quickly the 1 hour as well to start reflecting to the downside. But right now, the 15-minute is under a bull indicator since 392, and then also here we have the 5-minute under a bull indicator towards the end of the day. Lots of volatility here, but on the 30-minute under a bull indicator here since 393, and the inflows are back above. We need them to stay like that and pull up higher, and right now it's at inflows of 1.01, and based off today's highs, it even hit highs here of 2.29. And like I stated, those are the supports: 392, 390, and to the upside, the first area is 398, then 400, and above 400 is 402. It's going to be very interesting how the data makes the market react. We've done a full transition here on the 30-minute, but we haven't completed that just yet on the 1 hour, and if this momentum continues, the next part after a dark green bar is bright green bars. And we just got a bull indicator here, and inflows are just beginning to cross. We want this to continue to pull up higher. It's currently only at 0.46, and the highest point that we saw recently was back here on December 1st and November 30th, hitting highs here of 13.63, and the second highest point was up here at 3.43. So based off the inflows and the history, not guaranteed to repeat itself, it does have some room for strength here in the charts. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.